Alrighty, we've got a 4-on-4 lined up for you today in the Team Draft Minds. Hoping to pull a 3-0. It's been a little bit. I got a nice Esper or Blue-White Blink Deck 3-0'd. I guess I have 2-0'd with Mono White, and then, of course, had some nice blue-green action. But you know what? Those are other drafts on the channel. Feel free to watch those. They're also good. So is Minsk and Boo. Minsk and Boohoo and Mana Drain. So I am passing to Salvado, who's just going to snap up this Mana Drain as fast as possible. I still think Minsk and Boo is a better card. And yeah, I mean, as good as Mana Drain is, Minsk and Boo is just messed up. So take that, take Mana Drain, and then not going to wheel Glorybringer, but might wheel Bonfire. All right. There's also Revoker, Phantasmal Image, bunch of stuff. Teferi Time Raveler is a great card. Passing Time Raveler after passing Mana Drain is awkward. I'm probably going to fire off Bloodstained Mire here. I want to be able to play Minsk and Boo, and Bloodstained Mire does a very good job of helping me do that, or Red Fetch. The best card in the pack, I think, is Teferi, but I just think after taking Minsk and Boo, taking Teferi doesn't... I think, why am I setting myself up for that? There's also Chain Lightning, which is good, though I think this early a fetch is better. Iteration's fine, Narset's fine. Yeah. Setting up Salvado pretty nicely here, but what can you do? Oh, I'm probably going to take Rolling Earthquake here. I think this card is awesome. It's really good with Planeswalkers because it doesn't hit those. Clears the path. Also just really good against aggro, and then even against non-aggressive decks, you can sometimes kill one of their creatures or just nug them for a bunch. What else do we have in this pack? Let's see. Not a whole lot, right? I mean, there's a Tundra to go in Salvado's blue-white deck that we're constructing for him. Wall of Blossoms. There's Draga Tree Speaker, which I think is a reasonable pick, but I want to take Rolling Earthquake here. I've drafted green a few times here, and I don't mind going a little more red here. Okay, this pack has V-Click. I don't regret taking Minsk and Boo, but it is funny that this pack has been like Minsk and Boo into Teferi, into Tundra, into V-Click. Though obviously Salvado could have first picked a black card and gone a different direction instead of Teferi, though I still think he would take the Mana Drain. Here it's basically to want Flametongue Kavu. Too early to take Imperial Recruiter. Don't think I'm supposed to Fire Blast here. I'm not going that deep. There's Primeval Titan. I think I'm just going to take Flametongue though. 4-mana spell. It's pretty nice. I'm not really committed to too much here. Okay, so this pack has Hellrider as a good card. Chandra Hope's Beacon. So 6-mana Planeswalker is expensive. But whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery each turn, you copy it, and it can deal X damage to 2 targets for -X, and you can also +1 to look at the top 5 cards, exile the top 5 cards, cast a spell out of them, +2 adds mana. I think Chandra's pretty strong. I don't think I wanted to snap off Hellrider. Maybe I'll wheel Talisman. Probably not, though. I think I'm going to take the Chandra, though. Chandra seems like a cool card, and I haven't had a chance to play it. 6-pick Lelia? I mean, this pack also has Skull Clamp and Ignoble Hierarch, so it must have just been a great pack, but I'm going to slam Lelia 6. All right. I like the start. We've got heavy red, 1 green card, 1 Bloodstained Mire. We got some real good stuff that we could be doing here. And, yeah, I don't mind this at all. I'll probably just take Burst Lightning here. I mean, I could take Llanowar Elves, but when I'm this heavy red, staying red seems pretty good. Passing a Blade Splicer and a Scrubland. Scrubland would make Mire into a white dual, but Burst Lightning's a great card. Cheap interaction's good. I don't think this is a bad place to be at all. I like all the cards I have. Red seems open. Blue is not going to be open pack 2. Though past the Teferi and the Tundra and Vendilion Click, haven't passed actually a lot of blue. Past Consecrated Sphinx. That was about it. Let's see. There's Wasteland. Tropical Island, Explore. I think I just take Wasteland. It looks pretty good here. I don't think I need to take Trop here. Passing a Kaito, but I think that's all right. Okay, Bonfire Wheel, then I'll probably just take it. Yeah, all right. Sorry, something came up weird. All right. Anyways, I'm going to take the Bonfire, and I don't rate Orcish Lumberjack too highly. There's 2 good blue cards here. I'll take the Lumberjack because I am super heavy red. There's a possibility that could end up there. Oh, now there's a Seething Song. There is Draga Tree Speaker, but honestly, Seething Song with Chandra is pretty sick. Seething Song, Bonfire, and Rolling Earthquake can be good as well. Yeah, and pass 3 green cards there. That's fine. We'll pass on those. Now there's a really late prime time. I don't think Salvato's green, so I don't care about passing the prime time. I could take Falconwrath Aristocrat. It's kind of interesting. I could also just take Black Cleave Cliffs. I think I'd rather just take the black land than the black spell because that's on the low end of black spells. Oh, cool. The Talisman did wheel, passing a late Odonto Vanguard, and there we go. You know, people shouldn't be allowed to message you while you're drafting. It just should be illegal. But so what actually happened is these are the 8 players who are drafting. There was a different player on the list, Falconeye, who's also awesome. Somehow there was 9 people who wanted to draft. 8 got drafted, not realizing Falconeye was actually supposed to be on the list. So we were basically having to apologize. Like, sorry, dude, you missed out on this one. Not Falcon's fault, but no one did it unintentionally. So is what it is. By the way, my team is Matt Lindy, 1998 U.S. National Champion, World's Top 8 competitor as well that year or the year after, has one of those gold border Worlds decks. Lindy's sweet. Slacks, always great. And Tom Martell, PT champion, who now has 5 packs in front of him. Classic Martells, battling against Luis Salvato, Sandy Dog, Theo, and Turkey Tron. So, good squad. This is like a first pickable card. Fine, I'll take the Noble Hierarch, if you insist. All right, that I don't mind taking. I could be red-green. I'm totally fine with that. Missing out on a Draga Tree Speaker is not a big deal because this doesn't even look like the best Tree Speaker deck. I like this. This is looking like a good red-green deck, and I have an easy out to splash black with Black Cleave Cliffs and Bloodstained Mire and Ignoble Hierarch even. So could be the Jund Life for me. I mean, I like that I've got some burns, a lot of burn spells here. Chandra can be real good here. Imagine if I just Seething Song out of Chandra, blow up their 2 things. What do we got? Something exciting? No, not really. It's just a kind of weak pack. 70,000 green cards. Not very many green drafters. What I might do is take Vamp here. Like I said, I have Black Cleave Cliffs and Bloodstained Mire. Vamping for Minsk and Boo is great because you just cast Minsk and Boo more often. Could even vamp for Lelia. And also vamping for Bonfire in the late game can be really effective. Plus passing Vamp, no reason to do that. I mean, it's the best card. Maybe I'll wheel, probably won't wheel Badlands. Red-Black Talisman is fairly likely. Probably won't wheel Sylvan, but maybe one of the other green cards. But I think I'm pretty happy just taking Vampiric Tutor there. I don't know if this Eternal Witness is getting played. The thing is, any mana base where an Ignoble Hierarch is good, Witness is probably okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to play Ignoble yet, but if I pick up like a green-black or green-red land to go with this Bloodstained Mire, that goes a long way. And then I can get the Orcish Lumberjack in too. And turn 2 Minsk and Boo is appealing, right? Turn 1 Orcish Lumberjack, turn 2 Minsk and Boo. Actually, Lumberjack into turn 2 Seething Song Chandra. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we got some good ones. Lightning Bolt, Magda, and Goldspan. I'm actually just going to slam the Goldspan. This is such a Goldspan deck. And I've got Seething Song and Orcish Lumberjack to try to turn to it, as well as Talisman. Also, you can just cast it for 5 mana, and it's fantastic. I don't think I'm going to wheel Lightning Bolt because that card doesn't wheel, but especially given that I already have Burst Lightning, Rolling Earthquake, Bonfire, and Flame Tongue, definitely want to just Goldspan dragging it up here. This pack's a little bit rougher. I don't really want to slam Fertile Ground. This doesn't look like a sneak deck right now. Obviously, it could develop into one, especially with Vampiric Tutor. Not a Lurrus deck. Toxic Deluge is a good card. I already have Rolling Earthquake and Bonfire. Starting to feel like a bit of overkill. Doesn't really look like a Gaia's Cradle deck either. I mean, Manamorphose. I'm just not going to take a Manamorphose here. I'd rather just take the Toxic Deluge as a quasi-hate draft / sideboard card. Don't think it's a Guy's Cradle deck so much. Boseiju is good. It's just a good card. Opposition Agent I've had mixed results with and against. Honestly, I think I just Deluge. It's the best card. I don't know. All right, so now I could take Fatal Push or I could take Noble. I think Fatal Push is enough better than Infernal Grasp. Noble is good. I think it's better than Devoted Druid. Noble setting up Lelia is pretty nice. The fact that I have two really powerful accelerants, and I'm just going to put this Toxic Deluge in the sideboard. Like I took the Deluge kind of like unhappily. I think maybe I just take the Noble because it's such a good accelerant. Even though I'm not even white or blue, the Hierarch is just really powerful. See, that was the Dothi Voidwalker, but it's fine. I'm going to take Thundermaw. We're going to be double dragoning people here. This Seething Song is going to be my MVP. I'm just going to be Seething Song out dragons all over the place. All right, well, it's got to take Stomping Ground. Sorry, Natural Order. Sorry, Elvish Mystic. Stomping Ground plus Bloodstained Mire is so important for this deck. And I have Noble, Lumberjack, and Ignoble. So we just need the first red-green duel is worth so much to me. Not going to play Turok or Hypnotic Spectre. Escape to the Wilds actually is pretty decent. Go real nuts with Chandra. Ramping into it is pretty nice. I don't think Lava Claw Reaches is that enticing here, so let's just escape, sure. Okay. Yeah, no one's drafting heavy green, but I haven't felt that it was bad not to be there. I might just take Char. There's also Mizian Mortars. They're both pretty good. Char is a little better, I think, with the Dragon's plan and with Chandra. Just burn them out. Every green card wield. I do like Sylvan Library, but this deck's looking really rampy. What if I just take Nissa? I have 2 red-green lands and these idiots to ramp it out. I have the Red Talisman. I just picked up a 5-drop in Escape, which is, I guess, the argument against. Maybe I just take Sakura Tribelder, actually. I have 2 sick 5s. Yeah, I just actually picked up a lot of good stuff, and I think I'd rather have Tribelder than Sylvan Library. I just want to be getting in there. Here, Magda versus Delighted Halfling. Not an Andoril deck, really. Magda makes uncounterable Minskin Boo, which is kind of nice. Uncounterable Chandra. Or sorry, not Magda. The Halfling does those things. Yeah, I like Halfling here. I've got some good accelerants. I'm like split red-green. You know, like I didn't take Raphellos, for example, but I think that I've got... This is the kind of red-green deck I like. I drafted a red-green deck recently that was a lot less powerful. I think the main thing is it didn't have any non-basics, so it was a lot less consistent, rather. Still pretty powerful, but this deck kind of has both. And I think pack 3 is going to be pretty good still. Okay, what are we at? 23 with 4 lands here. A lot of burn potential. Char, Rolling Earthquake, Bonfire, Chandra, the 2 haste dragons. Minskin Boo has haste as well. Okay. So we're back at Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle, huh? There's also Boseiju, which is a pretty good card. I'm not feeling the Fertile Ground lack at this point with 6 accelerants. Let's just take the free Disruption. I'll take an Infernal Grasp. I might play that card. I'm not going to play the other cards. I'm not going to play Kogla, really, but I'm not going to play the other cards either. Oh, this Nissa's not out of the question to play, but probably not snapping it off. Okay, so where are we at? We've got 6 accelerants, not counting Seething Song either. A bunch of big payoffs. Oh. Hate passing Swords to Plowshares to Salvato, but Mind Twist looks really good in this deck. I've got Tribelder, Ignoble, and then, of course, the 2 black lands. And I have a Vampiric Tutor, and I have a bunch of acceleration. That Sounds like a really good reason to just take Mind Twist here. Passing up on Reanimate. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll wheel Overgrown Tomb. This is a pretty stacked pack. This pack has... Oh, I've got to take Questing Beast. I like Inferno Titan, but a 4-mana haster that just tears through their life total and their planeswalkers is exactly what I want to accelerate into. So we'll take Questing Beast, passing up a Shelldock Isle. So no power, but I mean, this deck's got some pretty decent plays. Oh, wow. Wow. There's Ren in 6, but even with Wasteland and Mire, I don't think I would take it over Wooded Foothills. But honestly, I'm probably just going to take Fury over both. Fury is just awesome. There's 2 fetches here even. Yeah, I've got to take Fury. I have a red-green land, a red-black land, and a tri-land in Bloodstained Mire, plus a Talisman. My man is not feeling too bad, and Fury is just such a good card. Now we kind of bricked. Abbot of Carol Keep is an interesting... Oh, I got to take Hex Drinker. This card's really sweet. Frog, you can tell Alpha Frog's not in the draft. He's never passed a Hex Drinker. He could be Blue-White Control, Hex Drinker. Oh, Red-Black Mid, Hex Drinker. Passing a Brainstormer or whatever, sure. Who cares? All I want now are lands. Not seeing them here. Don't think we're quite Simian Spirit Guiding. We might even play it in the deck, but probably not. So now it's basically, do I want Incinerate or do I want Asika's Chariot? It's close. I just picked up Fury. But Incinerate is also just a pretty strong card. Early Disruption. I have 3 4s, 3 5s, and a 6, plus Escape to the Wilds. But another 4-mana play that's like pretty strong to go with this ramp. I guess Hex Drinker. All right, I'll take that. I just picked up Hex Drinker as an additional threat. Well, now there's an Abrade, which I might still take. I don't think I'm in the market for Carney C. There's also Garrick. It's fine. Duretti's good, but I don't really... I'm not really too interested in Durettiing. I think I'll just take a Braid here. And, I'll take Den of the Bugbear. I think that card is real strong. It's one of the stronger lands. Over Veil of Summer, yeah, that's fine. All right, one more chance for a red-green land, plus one maybe chance of wheeling Overgrown Tomb. Would kill for a red-green land. The only red-green lands we passed 2 fetches because we had to take Fury because Fury is broken. And... that was basically it. I might have to cut one of the burn spells. This is 31, so this is, yeah. Oh, red-black land. There we go. Sorry, Courser, this isn't really even a Courser deck. Having a red-black land really helps make this Vamp and Mind Twist a lot more playable. Because now, I think one Swamp does the trick. Oh, and there's an Overgrown Tomb. Okay. There's also a Lotus Cobra, though. Do I need a black-green land? Well, I have Cliffs, Bloodstained Mire, Blood Crypt. That's 3. Plus 1 Swamp is 4, 5, 6. That's probably enough. And I think this deck would play a Lotus Cobra. So I think we're going to do that. Maybe I take the Flametongue Kavu out and sideboard it. And maybe I take out one of the burn spells. I guess I need to take out 2 cards. Is it possible I just don't play this Orcish Lumberjack? It's pretty costly acceleration. Like maybe now that I picked up Lotus Cobra, I just do this. And play 16 lands. That doesn't seem unreasonable. What else could we do? I mean, I think the Seething... Basically, I don't really want to play Seething Song and Orcish Lumberjack, and I think Seething Song is stronger. I also have this Talisman of Impulse, by the way. I also could definitely take out Rolling Earthquake. Maybe because I have so many creatures, I just play Flametongue instead. That is not crazy to me. There's also a Nissa and an Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness, I have a lot of spells that go with it. Okay, I didn't wheel the Inferno Titan, but I didn't think that was super likely. Do I want to take Garruk Relentless or Arbor Elf? I don't think I'm even in the market for Arbor Elf at this point. No. I could take Lodestone Golem. I think I'd rather take Lodestone Golem in case I play against combo than take Garruk, because I have like Flame Tongue Kavu is very similar to Garruk. And I don't even know if I'm playing that. Also, I could just play 17 land. I have Wasteland, Den, and Boseiju. I could just take out the Kavu and do that. Okay. Oh, Green Sun Zenith. So if I Zenith, I can get Hex Drinker, one of my Accelerants, or a Questing Beast. Sounds kind of decent. Crater Hoof, huh? I think I'm not going to play Crater Hoof here. And I think I would rather take Kitchen Finks as a sideboard card. I guess I'll take Mindslaver here. Am I going to play Carnage Tyrant as a sideboard card, or am I just going to put Garruk in my deck? I might just put Garruk in my deck. Well, I actually have to cut a couple cards, so I guess I probably am not playing the Garruk. I need to cut one here. Okay. I mean, I like where this is at. This seems like a pretty good aggressive deck here. I wonder if Talisman of Impulse actually is the card I cut here. But maybe I just cut the Garruk Wildspeaker. I have what, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's why Green Suns is kind of nice, because it's like I have a lot of accelerants, and Green Suns just does that with while also in the late game being not an accelerant. So we'll see what looks best, but I might end up cutting Jund Aggro. I might end up cutting one of the accelerants instead. Okay. So, given the way this looks, I mean, this is with 15 lands. The other thing I could consider cutting is just maybe cutting the Cobra. Cobra is a very strong accelerant when it works. And if you ever draw Cobra Bloodstained Mire, you do get some pretty good value. I wonder if the Mind Twist makes me want this Orcish Lumberjack as just like the full-on Miser card. I have actually a pretty good sideboard too, I think. I think I like Escape in this deck. Green Suns is like there. Yeah, I guess I could probably cut one of the... I could either cut one of the 4 burn spells, which I guess is probably a Braid. This deck's aggressive enough that I think I'd rather just go face with all of these. And I have Boseiju anyway. And I could cut Talisman as well, because I have 4... Sorry, oh, the Hexagon's not accelerant. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. This leaves me with 6 accelerants plus the Seething Song. And then this is all the 5s and 6s, so this is my payoffs. The question now is Garruk Wildspeaker good? Because Garruk Wildspeaker is not amazing. I could definitely cut Garruk. Would I want Eternal Witness? One thing that I like about Eternal Witness is when you have Green Sun Zenith in your deck, you get a lot of value by just playing that. And Eternal Witness plus like Char and Incinerate is nice. Yeah, I actually think Eternal Witness kind of makes sense here. All right, this is a beater of a deck. Let's see how it does. Alrighty, time for round 1. Playing against Sandy Dog. I would like to play first, and well, I'll run this one. This hand does need to draw land. It's a kind of like a 3-lander, right? You know, it's got Sakura Tribe Elder. If I draw any land, I can cast Questing Beast on turn 3, and obviously drawing a mountain would be ideal. Incinerate, not so much. But the other thing is I have Fury and I guess now Incinerate, so I have some plays in the worst case scenarios. Also, Fury typically fairly strong against Sandy, I would say. And I get to go turn 2 Tribe Elder, and a turn get a mountain. Hope I don't draw Mind Twist. Hope I just draw a mountain. Basic mountain. Would love it. Then I get to go Questing Beast into Goldspan plus Incinerate, which is awesome. And if I need to pitch Escape to cast Fury, feels like I can win the game with all my other cards. So I like it. Oh, and the dog's here too. Good dog. She's a good dog until she's a bad dog. She's a really bad dog. So you're playing against mono red? Playing against blue red? I kind of like my matchup against aggro with this deck. Mid-range often is good, and I have like Fury and Thundermaw, Hellkite, Questing Beast, some pretty good heavy hitters. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you do some things. All right. Perfect, perfect. Let's go ahead and... You know what? I am going to take a little bit of a gamble. I'm just going to get a mountain. I could get Blood Crypt, but I don't really want to take damage. And I feel like the odds that I'll need to tap Blood Crypt for black mana this game are pretty low, especially since if I draw any land, I can just cast Goldspan Dragon. Anyways, back to this thing. Whenever one of Sandy's creatures hits me, I get to, he either goads my creature, forces it to attack, or exiles the top card of my deck, and then can play it this turn. All right. Though in retrospect, I should probably have a swamp in this deck, maybe? I have Sakura Tribelder. I'm not going to get swamped with that very much. All right. So he's going to exile the top card of my deck. Hopefully it's not a good one. Forest. You can cast it, not play it. All right, well, let's just cast Fury. Feels like Fury scooping up 2 cards here is pretty nice. No reason to wait. I could also have gone Goldspan plus Incinerate, but Fury threatens to attack for a lot of damage, and this makes me take the least damage on the way back. Abbot into Mountain, classic. Good combination. And to Chain Lightning my Fury. All right. Fair enough. Goldspan Dragon. No pay life on this. Heavy hitters all the way down. I'm just going to pass. I'm probably going to want to incinerate the Abbot here, but I think I'd rather see if maybe he plays like a Hell Rider or something. Oh, well, this is going to work out really nicely. We're equipping. Oh, and no, we're not. Kind of hard to prowess to save things now. All right, let's start with escape here. Oh. This doesn't quite kill Sandy, but it gets really close. Chandra doesn't get me... I could cast escape here. Like I could cast Chandra, then escape. That seems kind of sweet, actually. So let's go Chandra, attack, +2. Sack this for red, and then double escape. All right, so now I get to play Den, I get to play Wasteland and Wasteland this, and then next turn I can cast some of these bad boys. I think we're doing good here. Against Sandy, I am going to side out the black because I don't want Vampiric Tutor or Mind Twist in my deck, really. So let's see. Mind Twist out, Blood Crypt out, Blackcleave Cliffs out, Mountain Forest in, and Vampiric Tutor out. And I think Flame Tongue is probably good. I think a Braid is probably good. Kitchen Finks actually seems like it would be pretty decent. Is it possible I don't want to escape to the wilds? Eternal Witness might actually be the card I want to cut. Just kind of hard to end up in a spot where you're doing that. And I don't think I want Rolling Earthquake because I take damage off that too. Makes it a little less appealing. The other option is, do I want to cut... Oh, I guess Char is also not really what I want to do. Maybe I want a Talisman of Impulse over Char. Or maybe I do want Eternal Witness, actually, if I have another slot. I have a lot of acceleration. All right. We'll run Witness here. Yep. I should have actually put another mountain in the sideboard, I think, because I would have probably sided in 2 mountains. So I did side in a Kitchen Finks. All right. Game 2 here. On the draw, and honestly, I think this is just a mulligan. It's all 3 drops and no acceleration. Yeah, no fury. Keep this. I'll put Eternal Witness back. And then I get to go. Hopefully this Ignoble lives. I don't think that's like super likely. Oh, do I want to actually side out Wasteland? I don't know. If the only land I see is the Sunbaked Canyon and Sandy's playing actual mono red, then I should probably side out Wasteland. Don't burn my thing into turn. Nice. So now at least it's going to use Sandy's turn 2 to burn the Ignoble Hierarch. Hopefully it's not a Searing Blaze. That would be a little more annoying. Oh, Arc Trail. Close. I think I'm just going to Green Suns for 1 here. And I'm just going to get a Hex Drinker. If Hex Drinker lives, then I just go land, triple pump Hex Drinker. It becomes a 4/4 that he can't kill. That seems great. If he kills it, then I'll just play my Stomping Ground, pass, and I'll go Incinerate your first thing, Fury your second thing. Young Pyro. Plains. All right, I'm going to go for it. If he has Path to Exile, he has Path to Exile. Force him to use the path on my Hex Drinker, and then next turn I can play Fury and wipe everything out. I mean, path is pretty bad against me. Like, obviously he should have it in his deck, but it is, oh nice, it worked. I'm not attack, I'm not trading. I'll trade 4 for 2. I am actually a beatdown deck. No, path is good against me. Like, he should put it in his deck, clearly. I'm playing big red-green. You got to kill Questing Beast somehow. Oh, no, does he have Mizium Mortars? It's like the only sorcery that kills my thing. Oh, it's Avid, okay. Into Hazaret. Yeah, Hazaret the Fervent. That's what that script looks like. But yeah, all right. I think I'm actually going to pass now, because next turn I can play Fury. So I think that that's going to be pretty decent, and I'll save the Incinerate. I'll probably Incinerate something. I don't really care about the Pyromancer making a token here, so I don't need to kill it right now. Ugh, that's disgusting. Yeah. Glorybringer. Yeah, I think I Incinerate. I'm going to play Fury next turn. Basically, which of the stupid Pyros do I Incinerate here? And I take 6 going to 10, then I play Fury killing Glorybringer. I think I Incinerate the Young Pyro. Okay, at least I drew a non-tap land. That is nice. Even though it's exerted, still get to wipe that out. All right, he's down to 3 cards. Anyways, to circle back a little, the reason Path's bad against me is I have really good 5s and 6s. So Path has a pretty big drawback, but it's still very good. Next turn, hopefully he doesn't just take the Fury down, though I think he probably will. And then I get to play Chandra and like minus X to kill 2 things. I'm probably going to have to do that no matter what. Next turn I'm at 10. Yeah. I don't love where we're at. The Glorybringer was a huge swing. Okay, he did have the Mizium Mortars. Interesting. I'm at 10, going to 7 here. It's like a Grinzo or something. A Wheel of Misfortune. So what this does is we both bid a number secretly, and whoever bid the highest loses that much life and then draws 7 cards. Discards their hand and draws 7 cards. Yeah, I'm probably in trouble here. How much life is Sandy gonna bid? I guess I'll bid 3 life. Sandy bids 6 life? Sure. Yeah. Glorybringer into wheel plus mortars is gonna basically end me here. Let's just Flame Tongue that. I think that's better than playing the Chandra, because I don't have to take damage off the land. But I can't really imagine beating a fresh set of 7 cards from this position. So game 3, I'm going to be on the play. Hellrider, path my Flame Tongue. Attack me to 2, burn me. I mean, this doesn't technically kill me. I'm at 2. I get to exile my top card and not do anything with it, because you have to play it this turn. Play this. -3. Kill those 2. Pass the turn. And I'm at 2, playing as mono red. Am I dead? Am I dead? I assume I'm dead. Okay, that's not me being dead. Okay. Oh, what I do beside you to kill the smuggler's copter? All right, so how does Lelia work? Oh, so if I go Lelia and then plus the Chandra, it actually does do some things. All right. Doesn't give this +5/+5, but it does give it +1/+1. Let's attack with Lelia. So Chandra, until the end of my next turn, I can cast an instant or sorcery. So if I attack with Lelia, it's going to be a 4/4. Oh, I'm going to be 1 damage short. I mean, we'll see what I exile, I guess. Oh, if I exile a land, because I haven't played a land yet, I can burst lightning for 10. I didn't exile a land. I exiled a Goldspan Dragon, I think. Yeah. So I can't play it this turn. So I'm going to wasteland the Mishra's Factory now so that Sandy can't crew the copter with the factory. And then pass the turn. He's got a top deck a burn spell now. He didn't draw it last turn. A creature won't do it. He might think a creature will do it, but a creature will not do it, because beside you will take down that smuggler's copter. Sunbaked Canyon, draw a card. Okay, we get a redraw. And I have a 4-point burst lightning at any point here. Don't burn me. Okay, Figure of Destiny. That does not do it. No, I think we're good here. All right, crew that, sure. Yeah, you can equip. I mean, I would even be able to burst lightning the smuggler's copter, but I think we'll just do this now, just in case he's got a trick of some kind. All right, there we go. Sick round 1. Did not think I was going to win that game, but this is a great start to the draft. Alrighty, time for round 2, playing against the Turkeytron. I would like to play first. I will keep this hand. This hand doesn't have a swamp in the deck still for Mind Twist, but I really don't want to play a swamp for effectively 2 black cards in a deck where my mana matters a lot. So We'll see. This hand does just go for an early Hex Drinker, which I think is good. And I can ramp into Fury or Chandra. Doing some bobbling. Let's see what we're playing against. Xander's Lounge, huh? Because I feel like I have a good amount of black sources. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Not even close. All right. We're probably just going to get a mountain with this Sakura Tri-Builder, and then next turn fire off a Mind Twist for 3, curving into maybe Fury or Chandra, depending on what they do. Mox Jet. Okay. Huh, but no plays other than that. Mountain. Char. Send. Fortunately, Boseiju killing a Mox doesn't actually mana screw them. All right. Twist you up for 3 here. Discarded Lion's Eye Diamond, Ravenous Chupacabra, Mox Diamond. Okay. Well, if they don't draw a land here, then I'm probably just going to start leveling up Hex Drinker. If they do draw a land, I'm actually still going to level up Hex Drinker. You can do your worst, I guess. No. Will not do your worst. It's a combo deck and missing some stuff to combo. I don't know, but if I draw a land, I'm going to have an uncounterable Chandra now. And I do like that. Land. Let's just do uncounterable Chandra. Add 2 mana. Level up Hex Drinker. Level up Hex Drinker. And send for 4 here. Okay, well, if my opponent never casts a spell, I'm going to win the game pretty easy. They're just... I mean, maybe they're going to combo me out this turn. I don't know. I guess not. Grixis combo-y stuff. A Braid looks good against some of that. Burst Lightning less so. And anyone who has Lion's Eye Diamond in their deck, I'm going to bring in Lodestone Golem. Bonfire, I think, is probably worse than Char and Incinerate against what I've seen. All right. I'm good with this. Toxic Deluge, I might board in against like Mono White. And then I'll bring in the Swamp, I think. I don't know. I think the fact that I have 3 lands that provide black plus the Ignoble Hierarch seems like a decent amount. Maybe not, though. All right. What I'm probably going to do with this hand is turn 2 Green Suns for Ignoble Hierarch, turn 3 Lodestone, but I guess it'll depend on what they do. Oh, they're going to take one of my cards. It's okay. I have a ramp spell, 2 action spells, and then I have this Seething Song kind of just sitting around, but that's for when I draw the Chandra. So what are you going to take? Lelia? Sure. Mountain. Well, now I especially am going to need the Green Suns for Accelerant. Well, yeah. The other option would be to just like Seething Song out the Lodestone, but that seems ambitious. The other option, which I'm probably not going to take, would be to wait and Seething Song plus Green Suns. That's a funny combo. Okay. Let's just get Ignoble Hierarch. I think Ignoble's the best because it provides Exalted and black mana. Dothy Voidwalker. Yeah, sure. Not too scary, but it'll depend what this is. Is this Sower of Temptation? Okay. Well, I guess I want to draw a burn spell. A dragon would be nice too with the Seething Song. Best I can do is another land. No real reason to crack Bloodstained Mire here. I also have Lotus Cobra in my deck, so just pass. I could Boseiju the Mox Diamond. I don't really think that accomplishes a whole lot either. Okay. That I am going to besiege you because I have to. I'm going to tap out next turn, so I really don't want to get whacked by a creeping tar pit. Still could go for a dragon here. Sexy hexy, huh? Let's just go lodestone golem. Pass the turn. Take 5, going to 6 here. Gonna need to top deck sooner rather than later. Okay. Hex drinker. Drink those hexes. Blood crypt and then smash for 5. Can't really imagine getting out of this. I guess if my opponent's just drawn land, like they have a land in hand, they draw another one. And then I draw Chandra. I can cast Chandra by casting Seething Song. Just brain freeze me, sure. I mean, they have the Dothy Voidwalker, so yeah, I guess I'm dead now. So they have Brain Freeze, LED. They have to have Breach in their deck. Burst Lightning's coming back in now that I've seen Sower as well. And Dothy Voidwalker. Maybe Seething Song goes out here. Oh, maybe I take out Eternal Witness against Voidwalker and just put in Flame Tongue. I like this well enough. On the draw here, let's see. Or not on the draw. Rather on game 3, on the play. Okay, I'll keep this hand. So I'm going to go turn 1 Hex Drinker. What do I do the next couple turns? I could vamp for Lelia. I think I'd rather vamp for Minsk and Boo. Let's see what I draw. Accelerant would be nice here. I'm just not gonna vamp this turn. I'm just gonna do this. Hit. And then turn 3, I'll go for leveling up Hex Drinker here. Would have loved a turn 2 play, but this is okay. I mean, they need to have, if they tap out here, I just get to put Hex Drinker into a fairly safe position. Okay. Let's do this. I mean, Hex Drinker's a messed up card. Look at this thing. So now they're at 12 already. And then now, end of turn, I have Vamp. I could Mind Twist. But if they tap out, I'm just going to get Minsk and Boo, probably. If they don't tap out, it's a little more interesting. Oh, no. Are they going to Chupacabra me? Or Sower me here? That would be a shame. They're going to Bone Shards, discarding an island. Okay. Land tapped. Lion's Eye Diamond, sure. I'm going to cast Vamp. I wish I hadn't just drawn 2 lands because I have 3 cards in hand. Basically, the question is, do I get Minsk and Boo or do I get Mind Twist? I'm just going to get Minsk and Boo. Look, if they don't have an answer, Minsk and Boo kills them so quickly. Oh, they're going to Brain Freeze me? Sure. They Brain Freeze themselves and hit Breach. All right. And I draw an Ignoble Hierarch. So they're like Breach Reanimator or something like that. They have Yogwill. Well, I guess if they played a land, they're a little less likely to have Yogwill. Oh, Custody Lich. So they're the Monarch, but I'm going to get to Flame Tongue the Custody Lich. A Haste Dragon would also be sick. Oh, yeah, we're just going to do that. We'll do this. We'll take back the Monarchy. If we draw Incinerate it or Abrade, it would also be sick here. Let's see. Oh, they get when they get the Monarch back, they make me sack the Goldspan. That's funny. That doesn't come up too often, but that actually is a reason not to just slam the Goldspan there. Well, that's actually not true. They can always take the Monarch back with this, but I guess if this is in play, it's actually a lot more awkward. Okay. I did get to draw a card this turn though. Oh, they're just gonna hit me for 7. Okay, I go to 11, they get the Monarchy back, and then they get to Custodial Lich me again. Yeah, no, that's good beats. All right. Let's draw a little action here. Wouldn't mind a little action. Have drawn not much action this game. Ooh, Char, okay. Flame Tongue this. Play Bloodstained Mire so I can leave up Char. So now my other dragon gets them. Hopefully they don't have Yogg-Will here or a reanimate spell. Renin 6 off Simian Spirit Guide? What in the world? Getting back Urza Saga? That's a brew. That's a brewski. Okay. No other plays. Then they draw a card off that. We take those. Thundermaw. Go to attack with both. This way, if they want to block with Creeping Tar Pit, they kind of have to tap out. Okay. Oh, is this going to do it? Okay, I become the Monarch. I guess I'll stop on my end of turn here to draw. Entomb, sure. What are we entombing for? An Echo of Eons? All right. I'm just seeing if I draw a 3-mana spell. I did not. Luckily, I had a couple mountains left to get. All right. Char you. Not that many counters they could have. 2-0, baby. Red-green beats. Gruul strong. On to round 3. Alrighty, time for round 3. Playing against Luis Salvato. I am on the play. And this is a hand. Playing against kind of blue-white tempo tokens, control, whatever, some combination of those things. More like blue-white control, but he's got Staff of the Storyteller. He did, in fact, take Mana Drain into Ancestral, into Tundra, and all that. This hand gets to go turn 1 Hierarch, or Halfling rather. So I can go Hierarch, attack for 2, and then turn 3 Uncounterable Questing Beast, turn 4 Uncounterable Chandra. Assuming he's not doing anything, but against a Mana Drain deck, that is pretty sick. So I like this opener. Just show the chat over here. All right, and yeah, we've got the perfect curve. And you mold to 5. Well, this game threatens to be short. Obviously, we'll see. But this is like if I had to like. Oh no, I was gonna say if I had to stack a draw, this would have been it. But obviously, Swordsing the Delighted Halfling is unfortunate. Oh, he's got Student of Warfare in his deck. Okay. Actually don't mind drawing a land. I think I'm going to wait because I wasn't sure which land I wanted. I think I'm supposed to get Stomping Ground here, land. Just in case my noble dies, I'd rather have access to guaranteed green versus black. Okay, Questing Beast, attack for 5. Land next turn for escape seems pretty good. I could also Eternal Witness back Bloodstained Mire. That wouldn't be a crazy play. Kind of depend what he does and if I draw a land. If I draw a land, I'm just going to cast Escape to the Wilds and, go from there. I guess if I draw a spell, I might do something with that instead. Well, we're leveling up student once and then passing. That's only a little suspicious. Land. All right, let's attack with Questing Beast. He's got Mana Drain in his deck. You know, I'm really just not in a big hurry. I'm just going to pass. I really don't want to get Mana Drained. It seems like a foolish thing to have happen. That's one of the ways I could definitely lose here. And with the Questing Beast out, it's not like he can just sit there and leave mana out forever. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and he's not even equipping Skull Clamp. 100% mana drain. So a cheap spell would be nice. Okay, let's attack. Exalted going the distance here. Land past the turn. So next turn, he like equips. And what I'm really hoping to draw would be like Incinerate, Char, Burst Lightning, any of those things. Okay. Equip, pump. It's on 3. So you can attack and block, and then I won't lose my thing. Play Den of the Bugbear. Okay. He gets to draw 2 cards off Student of Warfare, but I think that that's okay. Because it still leaves him in a position to need to answer the Questing Beast here. And also drawing Den of the Bugbear makes attacks next turn a lot more interesting. Let's see how this goes. I'm really hoping he doesn't have something to do with end of turn, because that would be really unfortunate. Okay, nothing end of turn. He missed a land drop, though. I would be surprised if he'd missed a land drop this turn after drawing 2 off Skull Clamp. He's paid some pretty big costs to leave Mana Drain mana up, so I kind of have to assume he's got it, or at least a counter of some kind. Hanger back for 2 and then equip Skull Clamp. Okay, well, let's see. Let's just cast Fury here. And then this should do it, because this will let him draw the cards. But now the Questing Beast rumbles in for 5 and can't be blocked. All right. That worked out. That worked out nicely. I even had Chandra to just cast and also win, so I had backup. Definitely want to Braid here. I like Burst and all that. I might want Nissa because he's got a lot of artifacts, and this can -1 to kill artifacts, which is nice. Bonfire seems good. Char might not be as good as these things. And then maybe boarding in a big thing I can't Seething Song into really seems like I don't want the Seething Song as much. I don't think I want Toxic Deluge, Kitchen Finks. The mana base seems legit still. All right. Game 2 on the draw here. Let's see how this goes. I couldn't stack my deck for a better opening hand than that one of Halfling plus Ignoble plus a bunch of great stuff to curve into, but maybe it won't be quite that easy this time. This deck has played out nicely. Just turn 1 or 2 ramp spell into powerful 4 and 5 mana spell. I mean, this is kind of how I like to draft the ramp decks in the cube right now, where like Questing Beast and Goldspan Dragon, great if you can ramp into them a turn early. If you can't and you just cast them on curve, they're still really good. That's why something like Primeval Titan or Hornet Queen, if you don't ramp into those, then they typically don't do very much. All right, I'm going to keep this hand. this hand's way less good, but I think Fury is really good against Luis here. If I draw any sort of accelerant, this hand becomes real good. And Goldspan I really like as well. What am I looking for here? Lotus Cobra, Sakura Tribe Elder. Not Wasteland so much. This hand also becomes good if I just draw spells to play on curve, but so far I have not done that. Oh. Okay, well, this might be a fast game as well. now is where the Seething Song. Oh, that could have been the Seething Song. Let's just destroy the Grim Monolith, I guess. Or maybe that was stupid. Maybe I'm just gonna get hit by Forge on the White Plume now. I should have just done that and then just hoped he didn't have anything to Grim Monolith out. Not that I think I'm like in very good shape regardless. Yeah. Yeah. If I had killed that, I still would have basically been losing. Let's see, I can Green Suns for not much that's relevant. All right. Getting behind the 8 ball on the initiative is tough. Oh yeah, I want Flame Tongue here actually. I'm not loving Burst Lightning. It can kill. I know it can kill Student of Warfare. It doesn't kill White Plume. Don't really want to kill 1/1 tokens. I think I like that. I don't love Orcish Lumberjack against people with Mana Drain in their deck. I like where we're at here. Maybe just don't keep hands with that acceleration. I guess the Fury wasn't enough to hold that one together. So I was also hoping to maybe draw an accelerant like an Ignoble and then or a Lotus Cobra and then fire off a Mind Twist on turn 3, but I suppose just keeping and hoping for that might be a bit ambitious. I think Wasteland's okay. I think he's got a Shelldock in his deck, and because I passed him one of those, and then he's got Tundra, so yeah, I hope Wasteland's not too bad against him. Okay. Game 3. It's the only thing standing between me and a 3-0 here. I told you I was hoping to hit a 3-0. I hadn't done that in a little bit, so I'm crossing my fingers here. One thing that hasn't done a whole lot so far is I haven't gotten to really Lelia. Chandra's been good. I mean, Chandra's expensive, but would have won game 1 against Salvato if I had to cast her. He died to the Evoked Fury. And then the other games where I cast Chandra, I don't know, she seemed pretty impressive. Hex Drinker has done a lot of work too. Maybe Alpha Frog has the right idea. Never pass Hex Drinker. Getting to go turn on Hex Drinker, and then just by turn 3 you're attacking with a 4/4 that if they don't deal with it, turns into a 6/6 Progenitus. Seems pretty sweet. Kogla's an interesting one, but I think I'd rather have Nissa as a 5 mana a good play instead of a 6 mana play. The downside is that you can Green Sun Zenith for Kogla, but that does cost 7 mana, so I don't think that's going to come up all that often. And I have a Braid, Incinerate, Flame Tongue, Fury. I have a lot of Bonfire. I haven't gotten to Vamp for Bonfire so far. I do look forward to maybe doing that. Let's see. All right. Salvato with the max sideboarding time. He's going in the tank. Let's see. Let's hope he didn't brew up something great against me. Okay, I will keep this hand. It's got 2 accelerants in Green Suns and Sakura Tribe Elder. I guess I start with Tribe Elder here. Mountain wouldn't be bad. All right. Let's do it. The reason to start with Tribe Elder over Green Suns is it's pretty nice to be able to, like if I draw land, then I want to be in a position to use the Green Suns for something else. The downside though, I guess, is that Delighted Halfling would have been a pretty nice one here. Let's go Green Suns for 1 here. And see how that works. Yeah, maybe just going Green Suns for 1 last turn would have been good. Oh, getting reprieved. All right, well, that actually works out. Wow, that actually works out kind of nicely because the other thing is reprieve would get around Delighted Halfling because reprieve doesn't counter the spell. And so now Luis has to either kill the halfling and have a counter spell, which he has swords plus mana drain, or let me resolve something sick. Okay. Let's go. Let's just cast Fury here. And then kill these two, because I don't really want to cast a Planeswalker into golems. And all my Planeswalkers are uncounterable thanks to that halfling. So as long as that thing lives, I can play a Planeswalker next turn. Maybe I'll play... If I draw a land, I can play Chandra. I can play Minsk or Nissa now. If I draw a land, I could even play Nissa at a slightly bigger rate. But I like playing my one counterable thing before playing the uncounterable ones. Uh-oh. What is this? Worm Coil. Okay. It's 4 cards in hand. I think I play this because I can play uncounterable Nissa, -1 to kill a Worm Coil, and then Fury. I mean, if he removes the Fury, he kills the Nissa, but if he doesn't have a way to remove Fury, it stops the worms from attacking. He can still trade a worm for a Nissa here by attacking with everything, but then I get to take out the lifelink worm. He doesn't gain any life, and then I can play an uncounterable Chandra and clean things up. So actually a pretty sick line here. Teferi, okay. Bounce Fury. Okay. Nissa down. Into Skull Clamp. So now I have like a lot of things I can do here. What do I want to do here? I could go... What if I go Fury 2, 1, 1, or... I mean, I could evoke Fury and play Chandra. I think that I might just do that. Because I can go -3. Kill those two. And then evoke Fury, pitching Lelia. Kill those two. And I think that that is going to be the best, because then that leaves me with Chandra out. He has nothing to clamp currently. And then next turn I could maybe Mind Twist, depending. I mean, Chandra could add mana. So I can Mind Twist off Chandra. Talisman, sure. Into Spellseeker. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this. All right. Because I'm going to get to Mind Twist. You getting a mana drain? Yeah. So now what I get to do is go +2. Land. Mind Twist you for 3, I guess. Because it is going to get copied, so it didn't matter how many. And then I go Minsk and Boo. Okay. Yes. And then I -1. Sack Minsk and Boo to kill the Spellseeker. Because that lets me prevent him from skull clamping. And now I've got Chandra and Minsk and Boo at the ready here. And I wiped out all of his cards. Oh, that was a swing. I ground through a Worm Coil engine with my red-green deck here. I mean, the game's not over. If he draws like Sarah Paragon and immediately replays something, that would be tough. But If he doesn't have something this turn, it's going to be pretty hard to mount a comeback because I'm about to get a Minsk and Boo token. Draw. Oh, Vampiric Tutor. I can't. I guess I could cast it with the Chandra mana, but I think I'd rather just do this and try to hit Escape to the Wilds. Oh, Bonfire. Okay. 2, 3. All right, Bonfire you for 6, I guess. And then put counters on the Minsk and Boo. And send for 5. Oh, he had that. All right, well, he wasn't going to play that till end of turn anyway. All right, so he gets to kill Minsk and Boo and then maybe Skull Clamp it. The Chandra is still a pretty massive threat here. Okay, Minsk and Boo goes down. Into White Plume. Okay. I still think I'm winning this by a lot, though. Equip that. Okay, draw. Black Cleave Cliffs. That means I'll be able to vamp next turn. I'm just going to hit those for 2 each, I think. Well, hold on. What if I do 5 to this, 5 to... No, that's not good. All right. 2 each. He's going to get to draw 2 cards, but I'm going to get the initiative back. Okay, I'm going to get to attack with both and take the initiative. And then get one of my last lands out of my deck. And then on my upkeep, I'm going to get to vamp. Unfortunately, Bonfire's gone, but I have Char ready to go here. Sarah Paragon. Is that good enough? To Fairy, bounce the Boo? No, that's probably gonna... I imagine that's gonna be good enough for me. So, I can't... Wow. That's interesting. I guess I'll scry too. I can't vamp on upkeep because of Teferi. Bottom, top. Eternal Witness seems good enough though. Because now I can get Bonfire. And then because of Chandra, I get to Bonfire and copy it. Whew. 3-0 with the red-green beats. All right, well, that was a cruising for a bruising. Easy victory there. My 3-0 led our team to victory. Usually when you 3-0, you have a pretty good shot of doing so. And this deck is exactly what I want red-green beats to look like. I drafted a red-green deck, I don't know, last week or something, a couple drafts ago, that was a lot worse than this. And there's a couple of reasons. One, Bloodstained Mire and Stomping Ground, just adding 2 red-green lands goes a long way when you're trying to cast Noble Hierarch and Ignoble Hierarch alongside double red spells. And the second is this deck's high curve was awesome. Questing Beast is fantastic. Minsk and Boo's, of course, busted. Fury, Goldspan Dragon, and Thundermaw are all great. And Chandra really impressed me. Being able to go Chandra +2, double Incinerate, and you have a 7 loyalty Planeswalker that provides tons of value while also getting double Incinerate right away. Or just Chandra -4, kill your 2 things. You have a 1 loyalty Planeswalker out, but it provides a lot of value the next few turns. Doubling up on your spells is great. Also, if you don't have anything, you +1, you look for a spell, and then it gets doubled. A lot of cool stuff to do with Chandra. I really like that addition. And the little Vamp Tutor Mind Twist splash worked out well enough. Bonfire was good in the deck, and we got a nice 3-0. All right, well, let's see if we can draft a deck as good as this next time. There will be another draft up tomorrow. I appreciate you hanging out and watching the draft with me, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.